Welcome to the Eddie Show, and welcome to this great year in 2025.
Yeah, man.
I am here with my cool co-host. You all know him as Jay the Heel.
Jay the Heel.
He is here on my show, and we're going to talk about football and stuff like that, and recap what's been going on in 2025 and what we're looking forward to in 2025 of this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we just wrapped up our Eddie and the Heel Pro Wrestling show on YouTube. You can go check that out by subscribing to at Eddie and the Heel Show. Or at Eddie and the Heel, sorry.
Yes.
Little disappointed on how the WWE ended its Monday Night Raw on USA Network, and yeah, a little just disappointed on the last show. The last show. That was what you gave us, but whatever. I know everybody knows I'm the heel. I got nothing nice to say about it anyway. But it's like just disappointed on the way that you ended the last show on the USA Network. Like you didn't even care. Yeah. So goodbye. Hopefully that was saying goodbye to the past. 2024 is now gone. We are now moving in to 2020. We are now in 2025. January 6th, WWE on Netflix. Isn't this the last John Cena's last show coming up? John Cena's last show, January 6th on Netflix, WWE.
AKA a full-time run now.
Full-time run?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like he's going to be full-time there. Like
John Cena is?
Yeah. That was the rumor going around.
He's going to be wrestle again, like regularly, or just going to be with the organization?
Regularly.
Get out of here.
Uh-huh.
He's got all the news. What do I got to bring? This is why it's the Eddie Show and not Jay the Heel Show. What else, Ed?
We just wrapped up football. We just had the NFL season this week.
Well, it's not wrapped up. You still got one more game.
Yeah. But we have the NFL season that is happening. We have the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington both in the playoff pictures.
And the reason he's saying that because everybody knows Jay the Heel is a big Washington Commanders fan, formerly Redskins, formerly Washington football team, whatever they're going to be next. We made the playoffs. We're at 11 wins, baby. JD Daniels, Terry McLaurin, both made the Pro Bowl. Yay! This is the first time, I don't remember when, that we went and got 11 wins. Are we going to go far in the playoffs? Probably not. Brand new team, brand new owner, brand new general manager, brand new coach, rookie quarterback. First year at 11 wins right now. One more game against the hated, the despicable, the despised Dallas Cowboys to wrap up the season. Probably sitting all our starters. The victory is irrelevant. We have 11 wins, baby. Then you got over here Eddie's team, the Philadelphia Eagles,
which they have now said they are not putting Saquon Barkley in on.
Is that what they're saying now?
This last game, they said they weren't going to do that because I was thinking that the other day. I was like, why would you want to put Saquon Barkley in there and risk injury to it being a close to the end of the season? Why would you really want to risk putting Saquon in there? Like,
how come we can't see anybody on the?
I don't know because people should be coming up.
Oh, okay. Just staring on yet. Oh, here. Hey there. Who's this? Diana? Is that what it says? Yeah. Diana Perry.
No relation to Katy Perry.
No, you're not. Are you related to Katy Perry? Eddie wants to know because Eddie is in love with Katy Perry. It's his favorite
Female singer.
female singer. So you keep falling out of the picture here. Get closer, Eddie. Get a little closer. All right, don't get that close. Jeez, man. So you're all up in my space, man. You're all up in my space. Anyway, Philadelphia Eagles clinched the NFC East over top of my Washington team, but both teams going to the playoffs regardless. I'm excited. There is a possibility that Philadelphia and Washington sees each other in the first round of the playoffs. Eagles being the 2 seed, and I believe Washington being the 7 seed. I think that's what it is. And I believe they play against each other. So good things happening for my team. John Allen is now back after his pec injury in the beginning of the season. Austin Eckler should be back from concussion protocol after being out the past few weeks after getting a severe and really bad concussion on a kickoff return, I believe it was. He got annihilated. He's been out. They were talking about put him in the IR. Well, he was in the IR, and they just put him on the 20-day practice window, so he's allowed to practice. He will not be in this week's game against Dallas, obviously, and he should be back for the playoffs. So here you go, Washington with a healthy roster, a healthy Jaden Daniels, which he had a rib injury last time he played the Eagles. You have a healthy Austin Eckler. You have a healthy John Allen on the defensive line on the other side, who is a great run stopper. Will it be enough to take on those Philadelphia Eagles with a hopefully healthy Jalen Hurts? I mean, not for me. I mean, he can be out. I don't care. It's going to be better for my team, but I don't want to win that way. I'd rather go against the best team possible to show us where our Washington team is. And I don't think that we're there yet, but I'm a Washington fan, so obviously I'm going to root for my team. But you have a healthy Jalen Hurts, hopefully, healthy Saquon, healthy A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith. Your defense, I mean, this is why Eddie said they're going to rest that roster. A lot of these teams, because they haven't had their bye in quite a few. Like, man,
no, they got. It's funny because they were talking about how the Eagles got a bye so quickly in the season.
Let's see here. We got ATS Tim. Is that what that says? That's Tim. Julian Ramirez. Hello, Julian Ramirez. Thank you for my amazing luchador mask. Because I'm in disguise. You are not allowed to know who I am. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Eagles, Washington. Let's go back to the Eagles. Why not let Saquon Barkley get the record?
Because they wanted to rest him, and that's what all the commentators were saying.
All right. No. Listen, I don't care what they have to say. What does Eddie have to say? Why not allow Saquon Barkley to get the record?
I don't really know. I mean, I would love him to get the record and at least have wins under his belt. I mean, I would love for him to face the New York Giants because it'd be interesting to see him face his old team. But here's the thing: would he get the reaction of the fan base playing in New York? Would they be cool with him or would they hate him?
Oh, I don't think he really cares if they hate him or not. He doesn't care. He's the number 2 seed. He's not going to care what any of the Giants have to say. And I bet he would love to embarrass the Giants. And it's sad because he's going to be going against his former team. Last game of the year, go into the playoffs, and if he had the opportunity to get the record against the team who let him go last year, saying that basically, you ain't worth it. Well, we all see how much he's worth now.
Yeah.
Regardless of a record or no record, the man is talented. The man is an incredible running back, an incredible football player. Many of us used to watch him. We watched him at Penn State. We saw when he came. I mean, like a lot of young football players have a hard time transitioning to the NFL, and I think he's just hitting his stride now. Not to mention he has a great line to run behind.
Yeah.
So that's nice too. And you have a player like Jalen Hurts who was a threat to run. You got two dynamic wide receivers. And you have one of the best defenses in the league. So, but are they the best team in the league? Do you take the lifetime opportunity away from Saquon by allowing him to get that rushing title, or give him the opportunity to get the rushing title, when you're not really guaranteed? Like, it's, him getting the rushing title is almost guaranteed if they let him play.
Yeah.
Them winning the Super Bowl is not guaranteed. Are you going to beat the Lions? Are you going to beat Minnesota? I mean, who are the people that I don't even know what who the opportunities are? Like if they win, who they go against. If they beat Washington, I don't know who they go against. But are they going to? I mean, it's tough for Detroit because they have so many injuries. I think Eagles have an opportunity to beat them, but their offense is so dynamic, even though they're missing Montgomery.
Yeah.
Then you have a team like Minnesota, who has just surprised everyone. Then you got a team like with Green Bay, who is dynamic. I don't even know who the rest of the teams are. Let's see who. Go ahead, Eddie. This is your show, man. I'm just yapping.
We have so many teams out there that are. We have, I think, Green Bay, Detroit.
I'm looking at it now, buddy.
I think Atlanta's out. I'm thinking. I could be wrong. I think Atlanta is out of the playoffs.
All right, let's see. We got the Rams. We have Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay, Philadelphia, and Washington. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and Tampa Bay or Atlanta. Whoever wins their next match, I'm not sure. But Tampa Bay right now has 9-7. Atlanta is 8-8, and we still have one more game for each of them.
Yeah.
And the Rams, who lead the NFC West. So not sure. Just going by. All right. And then in the AFC, we have Buffalo at 13-3. Can the Eagles beat Buffalo?
Who knows?
All right. So Buffalo is one of the best teams in the league. Josh Allen, right now leading contender for the NFL MVP. You have Baltimore, who Philadelphia already beat.
Yes.
You have Pittsburgh, who Philadelphia already beat. We have the Houston Texans, who are at 9-7. They're a throw-in this year, basically. There's teams that actually have a better record and not going to the playoffs. And then you have Kansas City at 15-1. And they just do it every year. I mean, they're just the most dominant team in the NFL. It's as simple as that. So who are the biggest risks for the Philadelphia Eagles to go against? Detroit, it's tough, 14-2. Minnesota, 14-2. Again, let's say 13-3 for the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see what they're going to be like after going against the Giants.
Yes.
And the Rams are 10-6, but they were a team that struggled early and have come on better as of late. So it is going to be an interesting thing. I'm not going to count this week coming up, whether it's Washington versus Dallas, because people are going to be resting their starters.
Yeah.
Philadelphia is going to be resting their starters. So whatever happens this week is irrelevant. You just want to make sure we keep everybody healthy.
It's my last week to do football picks.
So what are your football picks?
Let's
do it. Eddie, football picks. Let's go back to the schedule this week. Just have a little fun with this. All right, schedule. This week, Sunday. Oh, we got Saturday. Oh, we have Saturday game. We got the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you got?
I've got Cleveland.
You're picking Cleveland over the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson? I don't even know who the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. You are crazy. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens. That's insane. What? Anyway, Eddie. Saturday's game of 8 o'clock. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the question. Pittsburgh is in the playoffs. Will they rest their starters versus the Cincinnati Bengals, who are not in the playoffs? And I don't even know if there's any playoff implications, but I'll take the Cincinnati Bengals because I think that Pittsburgh is going to rest its starters. What do you think?
I mean, I could see it where a lot of different teams could go, and Cincinnati. I mean, Cincinnati's a great team.
Yeah, they're having a tough year. A lot of injuries. It just didn't work out that well. So
And then you got
come on, quick. What's your pick?
Oh, Cincinnati.
You're picking Cincinnati too?
Yes.
So we're both picking Cincinnati to beat the resting Pittsburgh Steelers. Carolina versus Atlanta. What do you think? I think Atlanta needs to win this to get into the playoffs. They have the rookie quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., and Carolina is in the dumps. They're not going anywhere. Will they play the spoiler against Atlanta?
Don't know.
You got to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take a choice. Are you picking Carolina Panthers or the Atlanta Falcons?
Carolina Panthers.
Ooh. I'm picking the Atlanta Falcons. I think that they have enough talent to beat Carolina, although I think that Carolina can play the spoiler, but I think Atlanta needs it, and I think that they can beat a team like Carolina. My team, Washington Commanders versus the Dallas Cowboys. Although I want to pick my team, they'll be resting their starters, so I think that Dallas will probably win because Washington's resting. It's not the match means nothing.
And Dallas has nothing to lose if you think about it because they're not even in the playoffs anymore. So they're done.
Did you hear what he said? The Dallas Cowboys are not in the playoffs. Let it sink in. Mr. Dak Prescott saying that we're going to go to the Super Bowl this year. Where did you go?
If you were going to go to the Super Bowl, if you were going to go to the Super Bowl, Dak Prescott, it would have happened already.
Yeah.
Like, you would have been in the tournament finals. You would have been in the playoff picture, but you're not.
No. All right, next one up. Chicago at Green Bay. Will Green Bay be resting the starters? Will Chicago play the spoilers? But even though they're not spoilers because they're out, Green Bay's in, doesn't matter. Chicago, Green Bay, who do you got?
Let me go with Chicago.
You know what? I'm right there with you. I don't know what kind of depth Green Bay has and if they even care. So, yes, I am choosing the Bears. Also, maybe it'll be a good game for Caleb Williams, his final game of the season of his rookie campaign.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Houston Texans versus Tennessee. I believe that Houston is in the playoffs, and they probably need to rest their starters versus Tennessee. So, I don't know, man. Tennessee's pretty bad, too. That's a tough one. But I'll take Tennessee because Houston will be resting their starters. What do you think?
Yeah, I see where. Yeah, that's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck to the teams that are not in the playoffs. It kind of is bad.
Well, the next matchup here would be that Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Indianapolis Colts. Neither team in the playoffs. No reason to rest anybody. This is about pride. Last game of the year. do we get that one win? We got Doug Peterson as the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
AKA the Eagles' former coach.
Yes. Will he retain his job after a horrific season in Jacksonville? Do they need somebody new? Who knows? Indianapolis, with their young guy, Richardson as their quarterback. But yeah, I mean, Indianapolis is just in flux themselves. I'm going to take Indianapolis because they're at home.
Indianapolis would, yeah, they would pretty much. I mean, they would dominate if Indianapolis. I mean,
we'll see.
There's a lot of good teams that. But the teams we got right now are Detroit.
All right, keep to the teams here. You're gonna veer off here. What do you got? Jacksonville or Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
Okay. Next up, the playoff-bound Buffalo Bills versus the non-playoff bound New England Patriots, which is so crazy because we know how long that the New England Patriots dominated the NFL. Now we have a mediocre franchise going against Buffalo. This is in New England. Both cold temperature teams, so this isn't about the cold. They can both play in the cold. Buffalo obviously being super cold, New England area being super cold. So temperature will not be a factor. We have a resting Buffalo Bills team going against New England, who is just fighting for pride and a draft pick. Who do you got, Buffalo or New England?
Let me go with Buffalo.
You know, I'm going to go. Wow. You know what? Just to go against you, I'm going to go against New England. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, I used to live in Boston, so I will go with the Patriots because I grew up as a little kid watching them also, even though I'm a Washington fan. So, New York Giants at Philadelphia.
Interesting game. I mean, I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles all the way. I hope they pull it out, beat the Giants, because the Giants really don't have a playoff spot anymore, and they're done.
So. You know what? I'm with you. I think that the Giants are so bad that they couldn't even beat the second or third string Eagles. I'm with you, Eddie. I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles over the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles, 1 o'clock game this Sunday. Eagles pull out a victory. The Eagles got it.
There you go. Let's see here. We have where is they at? New Orleans versus playoff bound Tampa Bay. We have a Spencer Rattler led New Orleans team. And what kind of shape are they going to be in after the disaster, which we can call the terrorist attack in New Orleans on New Year's Eve? That will be an emotional day for the Saints, although they are playing in Tampa Bay. But I mean, that's just a lot to take in. So thoughts and prayers out to those in New Orleans
who had after to deal with tragedy. The terrorist attack.
Yes, that tragedy. It's so tragic. But New Orleans, nevertheless, going into Tampa Bay versus a playoff-bound team. What do you think, man? New Orleans or Tampa Bay?
I mean, I would pick Tampa Bay because they're a cool sports team and they can do it.
I'm going to pick New Orleans on an emotional victory because of everything that's gone and happened. We got a hi. Who we got there? ATS Tim. That's Tim. Whatever that means. We said hi before. We're saying hi again. Thank you for following Eddie's show. Kansas City versus Denver. Who do you got? We got obviously playoff bound, number 1 seed, top team in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs versus the playoff bound, also Denver Broncos. So I'm believing here. I believe they are. Let me see. Denver. Oh, I don't know if Denver's in. I think I think if they win, they may be in, but another team has to lose. Possibly Cincinnati, because Cincinnati is not eliminated. I'm sorry that I was wrong about that. I have to go back on that pick again. So let me go look back at that pick again. Denver is at 9-7, and they were not eliminated. So I'm thinking Denver. I'm picking Denver to win that contest against Kansas City because Kansas City is going to be resting everyone. What do you think? Denver needs to get into the playoffs. Kansas City's already in the playoffs and going to be resting starters. What do you think?
I think Denver. I really think Denver should. Denver just needs.
They're a nice, young, and up and coming team, so it'll be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, we'd go back here to Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. Cincinnati needs to win. So, yes, I think I did say Cincinnati will defeat Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is already in. They'll be resting their starters.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Los Angeles Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Who do you got?
The Chargers all the way. That is my brother's team.
So. Oh, yeah?
I got to go with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers are in to the playoffs. They will probably be resting their starters versus the Raiders, who are not in, and they are a hot garbage mess. Yeah. So, who do we got here? We got the Dog Gamer. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Eddie Show. I'm Jay the Heel.
What's up, y'all?
We're talking NFL playoff, or no, NFL final week of the season. You're picking the Chargers.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm picking the Raiders because the Chargers are in and there's no reason to play your starters. Seattle versus the Rams. Rams are already in. I do not believe Seattle is in. Let me just double check here. Seattle, what's it say here? Seattle is eliminated from the playoffs.
Wow.
So, the Rams being at 10-6, will they rest their starters? We don't know. So, we go back here. Rams. Let's see. It's at the Rams. Seattle at Rams. Seattle is eliminated. I will pick Seattle because they have nothing to lose, and they will just want to go out with a nice victory. What do you think? Rams or Seattle?
I want to say the Rams.
Okay, there's your pick. Miami versus the Jets in the Who Gives a Damn game of the week. Jets are a hot pile of garbage, and Miami has just not had the season that they were hoping for. They are 8-8, and let's see, who was I just talking about?
You're talking about Miami?
The Jets. Yes, the Jets are they the worst team in the league? No, they're 4-12. So you're talking about the 4-12 Jets. Aaron Rodgers and whoever else, Adams is on that. So what do you think?
I would go with. Well, I can't go with Miami. I mean, I would go with Miami.
Doesn't your aunt live in Florida? Your aunt lives in Florida, right?
No, South Carolina.
Oh, then you have a family member that lives in Miami? Or in Florida? No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I just think the Jets are so bad that Miami's going to win that one. That's my opinion, but what do you think?
Miami all the way.
Okay, Miami all the way.
That's my mom's favorite team.
Okay. Eddie and Heel together on Miami over the Jets.
Yes, we are talking football. So I'm very happy.
San Fran at Arizona.
That's an interesting one.
Arizona is not in the playoffs, I don't believe. Let me just go back here and see what San Fran is at 6-10. Arizona is at 7-9. Both eliminated. Will this be a pride game? Will San Francisco play for the draft pick? Because they are at 6-10. Arizona being 7-9. Do they want to play for the pride? Or do they want to play for a draft pick? That's the big question. San Fran, Arizona. I'm choosing San Fran. Overall, they've had a tough season. Just didn't go their way. It's still a very talented team. Arizona, I'm not really too sure about. I mean, they have Kyler Murray. They have some talent on that team. I just don't know if they have the right coach. I'm not really sure. So we'll see what happens to that. I think that I said I'm picking San Fran on that one.
Yeah.
What do you think? San Fran or Arizona?
San Francisco.
Okay. And final game, Minnesota at Detroit. Unfortunately, there's nothing exciting about this game because Minnesota and Detroit being both the same record and both already in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Either team, why would you play your starters? Detroit's banged up enough. Minnesota doesn't need anybody banged up. Going, I think they're both 14-2. Let me see here. Just double. I don't want to peek there. Let's see. Detroit 14-2, Minnesota 14-2. Wow, that's a tough one.
Yes.
Who has the better backups? This matchup, I'm going to take Minnesota to defeat Detroit, only because I think that Detroit is so banged up that they're really going down the depth chart to field the team. So I'm picking Minnesota to beat Detroit in the final game of the season. A pointless game. Well, actually, it's not so pointless. I'm not really sure. We don't know. I think the winner will get the number 1 seed. So I wonder. Oh, I wonder. Interesting. Definitely have to go and research that more. But wow. What do you think, Ed?
I mean, I see all these teams and just excited. I mean, yeah, Detroit and Detroit's a great team.
Yeah, Minnesota's a great team. The Minnesota is the surprise team of the year because Sam Darnold came in after Kirk Cousins left. Nobody expected. Sit back, closer. You're out of the picture.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold comes over from Carolina. He was the Jet starter for years. He sunk it up in the Jets, but then again, it is the Jets. You got Aaron Rodgers that went to the Jets. The Jets are still bad. So maybe it's the owner. Maybe it's who he's picking to run his team.
Maybe.
The worst team in the league, the Jets. Garbage ownership. The worst team used to be my Washington team, but I think I handed off the mantle to the New York Jets and Woody Johnson's New York Jets. So, yeah. Man. I wonder. Whoever wins that game gets the number 1 seed. So, wow. Wow. I don't even know. Who are you picking? If you pick one, I'll pick the other.
All right. Detroit.
You're picking Detroit?
Yeah.
That means I'm picking Minnesota. If you win, you're buying us lunch. If I win, you're buying us lunch. Anyway, so, man, we really got some time going in. Man, I want to thank everybody who said hi to us. It's your show, Eddie.
Yeah. I hope you guys had a great New Year. We're here talking football, which never expected we would go there. But yeah, we figured we would change it up a little bit because we talk about wrestling so much on the other channel that we wanted you guys to hear a little bit of insight on what we do for football and what we just doing every day. We hang out and have fun. And I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Have a great day. And
I'm going to be working out for 2025. I'm going to be jacked. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I distract you?
No. No. But have a great day. I'm glad it's 2025 now, and hopefully you'll catch more of us and what we do. And all right, have a great day, you guys. Bye bye.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for subscribing. Bye bye.